Number one, stick to football. That's basically what they're trying to do. I think that's what started the Hudson walkout.
Can we cut through
because it's 7 steps?
We're going to go through the 7 steps.
I'd like this.
And these are all to me, very obvious. I could have come up with this list.
But it's how blunt
as
it is.
a PR firm, it is very blunt. Let me say, though, that we could just skip the 7 and combine 4 and 5 and be done with it.
We haven't had a Belichick Hudson update. I have a longing for this. I missed them already.
Yeah, that crazy couple. They were in our lives for so long. It's been like a 2-week story that feels like 2 years when you consider the rest of Bill Belichick's dealings with the media. I mean, this hiccup has become bigger than just a hiccup for him because we're not accustomed to this.
It's been like a topic of conversation, but it was just kind of out there. And then now the dominance of Hudson, it is what it is. It's the way it's all gone down too publicly, and it's Belichick, and it's Bill Belichick, which makes it even more bizarre.
It's Bill Belichick. Like Bill Belichick in college coaching North Carolina is bizarre to begin with,
no doubt.
Then you have the added element of the 24-year-old girlfriend, bizarre. Then you throw in the fact that the 24-year-old girlfriend has got her hands on everything. Single thing that Bill Belichick does professionally, and it becomes even stranger. Then you mix in that actual video and audio of her interrupting an interview, a puff piece on CBS This Morning, Sunday edition, about Bill Belichick and his book, that, people are having their morning coffee before they go to church and just learning about the book. And she's stopping that, derailing the whole process, derailed the whole process of Hard Knocks coming to North Carolina. It's just one massive, strange story after another. The Instagram stories.
The 2 photos. All of it. And he's still on the book tour, the Bill Belichick book tour. He had his at least second book stop where he's discussing and promoting his book. And he was dressed appropriately. He didn't have the hole in the sweater. I think he had a sports coat on, which is also unlike Belichick. I thought he would just, go with the hoodie or something the entire time. Because, again, that's kind of it's probably on the cover of the book. Chad, it's something that needs to be put back on the path. Like the guardrails need to be up. Michael McCarthy, a great job here from Front Office Sports, spoke to 2 crisis managers. And
3.
Was it 3 total?
Got the consensus of 3 crisis PR experts.
It's great here because
we don't want to short that third crisis PR expert.
That's right. Because Belichick is looking into has done it looked into at least one PR firm that would take the place, in essence, of Jordan Hudson in that role, and also that for the book tour, but also play a factor for UNC and him being the coach. How does UNC feel about that? I don't know. Maybe they can't say anything. But the crisis managers here, if in fact Belichick is getting a legit look at this from who he was surveying and interviewing, because they're going to work for him, probably got something similar, I would guess.
Well, let's cut through. Can we cut through
because it's 7 steps? Program.
We're going to go through the 7 steps.
I like this.
And these are all to me, very obvious. I could have come up with this list.
But it's how blunt
as a PR firm. It is very blunt. Let me say, though, that we could just skip the 7 and combine 4 and 5 and be done with it. 4 is replace Hudson with a real PR team. 5 is remove Hudson from his football business. If he removed this girl from his business life and just kept her as his girlfriend, none of these issues would be happening.
Or he just cancels the book tour and still has Hudson doing everything.
I don't think he can do a book tour by replacing her with a real PR firm that knows how to do it.
Yes, he could. But
now, from what's happened, Hutton, yes. Number 2 is cancel the upcoming book interviews. I agree with that right now, based on how the book tour has started. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Bill Belichick with a PR firm couldn't handle a book tour if she wasn't in the background stopping questions.
It's also weird that he's doing this in the first off season at UNC, the book tour. Like the fact he's putting
he's even spending time
doing it.
That he wrote
a book before the career is complete because it's about the best stories of his career. That's odd as well. It doesn't feel like Belichick. Here's the 7 steps from the 3 crisis manager PR experts. Number 1, stick to football. That's basically what they're trying to do. I think that's what started the Hudson walkout. He says this is a familiar concept for Belichick, who during his New England tenure, rarely strayed from talking football. I'm against this one because I like knowing Belichick, the guy, more than the coach, which we never really saw unless we were watching NFL films. Number 2, cancel the upcoming book interviews. Limit media appearances.
Could reduce the risk of more awkward off-topic moments.
That's. I mean, again, I don't know if it's awkward. It's her that makes it awkward in that setting. Recognize the situation. He needs to acknowledge complications created by his relationship with Hudson. I doubt that's going to be the case, recognizing the problems. Replace Hudson with a real PR team. That's what everyone's saying.
This is where we're getting into 4 and 5. I think you could blend together, and this would solve every problem.
Experts agree that it's time to bring in professionals to manage his image and career. Or just bring in those that were running things before Hudson was running things. Everything seemed to be okay then. Number 5, remove Hudson from his football business. Tom Cruise fired his sister, Leanne DeVette, as his publicist in 2005, and Belichick could do the same with Hudson. That coming from Mike Paul, one of the experts they spoke with. If the beauty team wants to focus on her reported $8 million luxury real estate empire in Boston, that's fine. But she should not be involved in his interviews, manage his career, or have input into the Tar Heels football program. Yes.
This step, of course, may prove the most difficult given Belichick's personal ties to Hudson. Of course.
Right.
But this is the necessary step. No one's saying he's got to dump her.
Right.
We're saying that she can go back to real estate and do that, and then she could be out of the public eye and not have her hand in everything that Belichick is doing professionally.
And why the quick
By the way, speaking of Tom Cruise's PR team and the 2005, of course, the 2005 change happened because of the interview with Oprah, the Matt Lauer interview. Remember, he had a bad exchange with Matt Lauer on Today's Show also?
Yes.
So he fired the
Dude, I forgot
sister.
all about that.
Yeah, it is, and that's when he stopped talking about Scientology altogether, too, was around 2005. It's been about 20 years since he was a diehard Scientologist or talked about it, but fired the sister. If you go, and guys, if you can find it, please do. I follow Tom Cruise on Instagram, and he posted from a Japanese premiere of the new Mission Impossible movie last night. And, I mean, his PR firm is incredible because there's not a single remotely bad picture that's put out of him. And in every photo, he's got every cast member and the director, and he's doing the same thing to them. He's like smiling and looking at them genuinely in their eyes while holding their shoulders, like he's embracing them as a person. It is amazing, one after the other. It's the latest Instagram post. If you guys find it, we'll show it. It came to my mind when I heard Tom Cruise PR team.
Yeah.
I'm like, Bill Belichick, too, could look this cool if you hired a PR firm like Tom Cruise's PR group.
See, the image thing is funny to me because the guy clearly doesn't care what he looks like if he's wearing the whole with the shirt, the Navy shirt, or the UNC, whatever it was.
And I think that is a big misnomer. You know, Albert Breer even talked about that. He said this whole thing that he acts like he doesn't care what people think. Well, he cares more than every NFL coach that's ever come across. That's why he behaves the way that he does. Because he does not want to give them anything to write about, and he's so nervous about the media doing something to him that he was more protected than anyone. He cares more. The guys who don't care say whatever the hell they want, and they get away with it, or they don't, and they don't care about the repercussions.
But now all of a sudden he doesn't? See, that's the odd part about it.
Yeah, now he's just talking more, and then he's upset, and it's the media's fault, when that happens, too.
Yeah. You're right about that. I'm looking at just an image thing of Tom Cruise and seeing
well, it's one after the other. He's just
is the same.
He's on a platform in Japan, and he's holding the cast member in his arms, embracing him. It's truly incredible.
And here we go.
There it is. Look at this. And there's one with Simon Pegg, who's in the series also, where he's got the hands on the shoulders, looking them in the eye.
The embrace when you see people.
Isn't that great?
Have you ever?
It's like, hey, come over here where my camera crew is, and we'll take our own photo here just for my Instagram page.
Have you ever embraced someone like or greeted someone like this at a party or a premiere?
Every time I see Tom Cruise greet someone in this fashion, I wish that this is the only way I greeted people.
Yeah, like
I don't think I have the
holding both hands.
I don't think I have the power to, like, when I see Hutton, just grab him by each shoulder and look him in the eye.
It's passionate
and present to him that way.
It's a passionate greeting.
The way Tom Cruise does, but If I did, this is the only way I'd greet people.
Yeah.
Who cares about an awkwardly executed half hug?
Look at this.
When you can hold someone's shoulders.
And
look at
it's every time.
It's
man.
different with the women. Like he holds the women's hands at a safe distance.
Yep.
He's not trying to get me too'd over here. And then with the men, it's a full embrace of there's Simon Pegg, full embrace of the shoulder, the biceps with Pegg. It was the shoulders with the other actor, and looking them right in the eyes. Like, look how sincere Tom looks
it's very,
with his eyes and the eye contact with Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
Gosh, I just love that man.
It's interesting, too, how many men that he's...
Even Scientology doesn't turn me off with Tom Cruise.
So he's
I'm good with him.
5'7". So I'm thinking, like, every person he's actually greeting is about 5'7", which is also
he's
weird.
probably on a box as he greets them.
He steps up.
That's part of that's why they set up the camera. His photography group
is he at a distance,
right there.
Is he at a distance from the women so they don't tower over
It's
him?
an optical illusion, is what you're saying? Well, one of the actresses in the Mission Impossible, the latest one, is very tall. The British woman, I'm blanking on her name right now, but she's a lot taller than Tom Cruise. You could see that in the movie.
Okay.
But it's still, I know she's taller than Tom Cruise, but in scenes, they're eye to eye. Like, they're the same height. Like, no matter what, Tom Cruise is not going to be completely dwarfed by someone in a movie.
He's always on the Apple box, I guess.
He's on something.
Yeah.
Gotta love Tom Cruise. That's how you photograph. Bill Belichick could learn something from that PR team.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the final one is, the final two, be prepared with better answers. I mean, he doesn't care about that.
Yeah,
but for the book tour,
this is interesting. Belichick's awkward non-answer about how he met Hudson became a focal point during interviews. PR experts suggest more emotionally resonant and clear responses. What's more emotional than saying, I'm in love with her? Next question, one PR person said. Do you think that would have been okay with that? Hey, every question you get about her, you just say, hey, I'm in love with her. Next question. Is that would be the new on to Cincinnati?
We have a great relationship.
Yeah.
In one of the articles, she was referred to as his lover. I was like, it's just a weird way to say it.
A romance novel?
PR expert, blah, 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 lover.
She wears so many hats. Friend, confidant, colleague,
yes,
consultant, lover,
woman.
All these things.
Yeah. I mean, again, like it's
so many things.
It turns out, again, I miss the next week is the pageant. Miss Maine.
Jordan Hudson's a real Swiss Army knife. That's what we're learning.
So
she can do a lot.
Adam Brown asked AI to create a game plan for Belichick's PR team. Here it is. You ditch Hudson. I mean, again, you've got the entire thing, but control the narrative. PR guru.
UNC wins. Football focus leading to that.
Yeah.
Control the narrative. Now, and a big part of this is the whole stick to football thing and win at North Carolina. Yeah, that's going to solve pretty much everything. But they're not going to come out of the gates winning a ton, I don't think, this year. So with every loss, it just magnifies the problem with Jordan Hudson more.
So Dion didn't come out winning. Well, he did, but they went, 4-8?
They went 4-8.
4-8.
They came out of the gates to win over TCU.
Right. They took everything by storm.
Anything else.
But, right. And then didn't win another game after 4. So the shine on Colorado there was already done. Right? The university. UNC's looking for that. So I don't think, I mean, yes, they need to win games. Are they going to win a lot? I doubt it. But if they don't, you still get some shine and some national, buzz. That's what it needs to be positive.
Have we found out how to watch this Miss Maine pageant?
No, we need to.
Because I'm serious about streaming.
We need to do it live. We need to
have a live reaction show.
Watch along.
Yeah. You think Sixth and Peabody would stream it here? We could just have it on the big screen.
I mean, I don't know.
And watch the Miss Maine pageant.
I don't know if many people know it's coming up, and she's. I don't know if like the audience knows that she's competing in Miss Maine.
What's her
USA.
talent? Do we know?
I don't know her talent. Well, I guess PR.
Making a man's money and dignity disappear.
But
she's a magician.
Her
abracadabra.
Philanthropy.
Boom. She did it.
I gave the quote last week. The philanthropy is about fishermen, raising awareness for fishermen in the.
Yeah, isn't her family part of the fishing community?
Going back to the founding fathers is what she said. Like Plymouth Rock.
I'm trying to find her talent. I'm just very, very interested. She's going to sing, dance. Does she do stand-up comedy? We'll figure this out. I'm going to watch if we can figure out how to stream this thing.
Hancock County. Yeah, well, again, like if we break this down, Clay would be all about that too.
Let's ask Clay if he can get clearance for us to cover the Miss Maine pageant for OutKick.
But last week,
He fly up to Portland,
last
Maine.
week he's like, we need to send someone to cover this.
Yeah, what's the
Belichick will be front row.
what's the forecast in Portland, Maine right now? I'm gonna guess like 50s
I
probably.
don't know.
Probably not too bad.
I don't know. Clay's
make our
going to
way
join
up
us next right here on Hot Mic.